They're doing it again, Paulie, aren't they? Bangalore has this habit of doing this. They start on one way and then their changes they can't seem to be satisfied with an 11. It is the same ground.
Yeah, and AB de Villiers will keep. We actually mentioned that might be a good idea in the last game, but they do tend to tinker with their squad. You know, it's all about trying to get off to a good start. They haven't managed to do that, and that often brings about the changes. You know, the teams that start with a nice balanced unit and don't make too many changes are invariably the ones who get to the top of the log. But they've decided to make these calls. It was also interesting to listen to Virat at the toss where he said he was keen to bat first. Have you made all those changes to the bowling department?
Virat said that. Sorry, Virat said he bat first.
Yeah, he preferred to have batted first himself. But with the changes made to the bowling department, it's been a real struggle and a lot of pressure on those new guys who've come in. It doesn't matter what score you get on the board to have them try and defend it. So that was interesting. But I think the pressure has been on their batting unit, and I think they're trying to make sure they squash that, give themselves the best opportunity without scoreboard pressure to have to worry about.
Yeah, Michael, when you look at that, you're obviously looking at, I mean, that's a solid 3 in your top 4, right? If you've got Aaron Finch, Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers coming in, everybody else should really be a bonus.
Yeah. It's typical RCB, you know, they lose one game and they kind of rip up a lot of their kind of thought process. They won the first game nicely against the Sunrisers, get hammered by Kings, and then they make the changes. That for me is one of the reasons why they've not had a great deal of success in the IPL, that they don't stay consistent with their decision making for long enough. I do think they look a better outfit without Josh Philippe behind the stumps and putting AB. There's nothing against Josh Philippe, he's a fine young player, but it just allows the RCB to be a little bit longer in the batting, more bowling options. I am surprised. I know I'm in England. I'm going to support the England guys, but I'm amazed that they're not playing Moeen Ali. You know, with his all-round ability, left hand to target the spinners, bowls off spin nicely, a decent fielder. So I'm surprised that they're not playing Moeen Ali. But it's the RCB, it's the IPL. After one game, they lose one game, get hammered, rip everything up, and start again. It's pretty much what they do.
Yeah, and you might just see Moeen Ali coming in a game or two last season as well. He came late, and when he came, everybody was like, why were you hiding him all this while? Because he really is that kind of game-changing player, just gives you so many options.